Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another video brought to you by SeniorCatWellness.com. In today's material, we'll discuss whether two cats can share a food bowl in a positive manner without some type of conflict. Whenever you have more than one cat in the home, it becomes critical to manage meal times carefully because every cat has a unique personality. Some cats will be aggressive when it comes to food sharing, while others could be passive, essentially succumbing to aggression, thus foregoing their meal altogether. And let's not forget special dietary needs. If one of your cat requires different meals from your other felines, group mealtime can become even trickier. Different personalities, different foods, and different agendas. So, as you can see, there are numerous factors to consider, and we've really only scratched the surface in so many ways. Before we discuss whether two cats can truly share a food bowl in a positive way, make it work, let's first explore today's topic overview. Two cats shouldn't eat from the same bowl because cats are solitary hunters that prefer to eat alone. If cats feel they have to compete for food, they'll develop behavioral problems such as aggression and greediness. There's also the risk of cats passing on illnesses to each other. Providing two separate food bowls creates a more relaxing eating environment and allows flat faced breeds to get enough food. Two cats attempting to dine from the same bowl simply opens the door to a host of issues. While this is not to say that it can happen, as felines can obviously be trained, but once you include the possibility of passing on illnesses, yeah, sharing a food bowl is not something that should ever happen. Cats need separate bowls for the mental, emotional, and potentially the physical health of every cat involved. Before we take a closer look at this very important topic, we'd like to take a moment and thank you for joining us today. You could be just about anywhere, yet you've chosen to take a few minutes out of your day to join us. We are grateful for your viewership and appreciate your support. Whether this is your first time joining Senior Cat Wellness or you've been here for a host of videos, we thank you so much, and we do hope to see you again down the road. Now, to cats and food bowls. Let's talk about it. Barring very special and incredibly unique circumstances, cats need separate food and water bowls. While sharing can save time, space, and ensure a simpler cleanup, cats need their own bowls. Mealtime is very important, and cats should have their own bowls and their own eating space for the following notable reasons. Individual food bowls will eliminate food competition, this jockeying for position between cats over which feline eats the most and gets there first. Someone will obviously lose, and no one should. It's mealtime, not the final track and field event in the Olympics. The objective should be to provide your cats small meals over the course of the day in a quiet and peaceful environment. Your cats can get the nutrition they need, I should say, and do so without a sense of aggression and competition. The next reason why separate food bowls are so very important involves special diets. If you feed one of your cats different foods due to dietary requirements, it then becomes paramount to have individual food bowls. The very last thing you want is for a feline that requires a special diet to miss out on the meals that it needs because your other feline is winning the food wars due to the fact there's only one bowl. Here again, mealtime should be a good time, and it's not about winners and losers. The next reason that we'll touch on involves sickness and disease. When the competition involves a single food bowl, if one cat is sick, the other cat will certainly have it spread to them due to sharing the same bowl and eating the exact same food. Would you share a bottle of Pepsi with a total stranger on the street? Of course not. Because cats, especially cats that spend time outside, often have various encounters with other cats, mice, rats, snakes, lizards, you name it. Mealtime from the same bowl can be nothing more than ground zero when it comes to passing along disease and illness. Not a pleasant thought, and even less pleasant of an outcome. Cats can fall victim to respiratory infections, ringworm, and a host of other infectious diseases. Separate bowls can help to promote a sanitary eating environment. The next reason to make sure that your cats have separate bowls is the amount of food, the actual amount of food. Cats have different energy levels, and different energy levels are often met with different appetites. Some cats naturally eat more than others, just like people. By providing separate bowls, you can more accurately cater to each cat and prepare the food based on how much you think they'll consume. This is also another way of avoiding competition. If you have one cat that eats a lot and you put food for two in the single bowl, The feline with the grand appetite could simply eat everything while running blocker against your other cat, shielding them out from being able to eat at all. This will not only result in one cat coming out on the short end of mealtime, but it could also result in aggression and a bit of a physical tussle. Our next reason, well, we've talked a lot about aggression and how having individual food bowls can eliminate a host of behaviors. Well, guess what? Our next point is aggression. A shared bowl is almost bait for an altercation. Cats do not enjoy sharing food, especially when they're forced to do so. Eating in this fashion can also cause your cats to have negative relations in general, even outside of mealtime. You never want to create friction, and having one bowl for two cats is bait for friction. Here again, this almost by default sets up a winner and a loser. Someone is going to get a bigger piece of the pie, and that's not what mealtime should ever be about. Another reason why separate bowls are needed is due to the fact that not every cat can eat physically from the same bowl. Flat faced felines, such as Persians and Himalayans, could find it more difficult to eat from a traditional food bowl. Most cats of this nature need wider and flatter bowls to be able to eat with comfort. As for sharing a bowl, they'd always lose out, simply because of their physical features and their unique needs. An individual bowl solves all of these problems in this regard. And the final reason as to why individual feeding bowls are indeed the way to go is peace. Yeah, we'll just call this section peace. While this has been the backbone in many respects to all of today's material, peace, tranquility, relaxation, insert positive word here. Yeah, that's what it's all about. Your cats will be more likely to take their time and enjoy their meal if they know there's no competition for the spot, no fear of missing out on food entirely, and no fear of a potential dust up with another feline. It's worth revisiting the human condition. I mean, you wouldn't want some stranger reaching over and stealing your cheeseburger, right? I mean, what on earth? It's that's not peaceful and that's certainly not satisfying. Get your own plate and your own cheeseburger, man. Come on. Problem solved. Peace and digestion. Peace and digestion. Put that on a t-shirt. Peace and digestion. Not only are separate food bowls essential, in some cases, separate feeding rooms are essential. Depending on the behavior of your cats, consider feeding one cat in a certain area of the home and another several feet away or further. This way, neither cat will be distracted by the other. While this aspect of things isn't really a have to, it's certainly okay to implement this practice if you have a curious or aggressive cat that is also easily distracted. One cat could walk away from its own bowl just to see what's going on with the other cat, and that can obviously be a problem. And on that note, that will conclude things for the video portion of today's material. If you'd like to know more information concerning this very important topic, we do invite you to visit us at seniorcatwellness.com at the conclusion of today's presentation. There you will find a full-length and highly detailed article dedicated to everything we've talked about here today and so much more. Are you currently watching us off-site? If so, we invite you to click the initial link in the description box below. Said link will take you to the article in question. We hope you find our written piece to be quite helpful. And until our paths cross again, and I certainly hope they do, we'd like to thank you once again for joining us today. Please have a wonderful day. All the best to you and yours, and we will talk to you later.